zone instantly. Mateo will be there. 4 people that will get the ace. He'll win the knife is there. He's going to be going for the knife. What a disrespect.
That pixel going down. Another one though. Might fight to the soon.
He's taking the defuse! Not like this!
Group with a WhatsApp might come never.
Hi guys! What's up? And good afternoon to everyone! At alam ko medyo na-miss na kami pero at least after less than 5 days, nandito muli kami na nagkakasa inyo here in the University Alliance Cup featuring of course one of our favorite games, Valorant. We have the top 12 collegiate Valorant teams in the Philippines that are all competing to raise the campus torch, a prize pool of all over 150,000 pesos, and kung sino kaya magkakaroon ng karapatan to call themselves the best in the country, and of course, the scholarships. We are your shoutcasters. I'm Ray, and of course, join me here is Eugene, R&R nga mga shoutcasters still for today's set of match lang naman na meron tayo. We have best of 3 series and sa mga nagtatanong, Ryushin, bakit nga pala wala tayong next game later on?
Okay, so ngayon nga, like Ray nga said, we only have a 1 best of 3 dahil yung isang series natin got rescheduled because the players are choosing to prioritize ACADS first. You know, inuuna nila matapos mga academic requirements nila bago mag-Valorant, and of course, priority din naman ng AcadArena yun. So, we adjusted and now like I said, importante nga kasi talaga ACADS, you know, don't make sure to focus it, make sure to keep studying. As you can see here, no, this is the brackets. We were supposed to have one of the series is today in MUI versus MSU, but like I said, it got rescheduled. So now we're gonna be sticking to only one, pero for sure bakan pa rin to. Best of 3 nga to. You know, that's a lot of time for 2 teams to get to know each other, read each other, and learn to adjust to each other. And really, what's at stake nga naman today, diba? What's at stake for this best? Kasi pag best of 3 usapan, medyo kailangan focused kayo. Kailangan ready kayo.
Alam mo, Regina, tama yung sinasabi mo. Kailangan very risky na to sa lahat ng teams. Although, double elimination naman. But still, it's a best of 3. You have that 2 chances to make it or break it. But knowing Thomas Harrimons and they're going up against the guys of Apex Tamaraws, both of these teams, they grew up. We've seen yung mga, since season 1 nga yung mga paano sila nagsimula, how they had their heart into going in towards season 3. And all I can say is right now, even if may mga iba sa kanila nag-fall short going into Division B, improving sila. The set of games comparing to season 1 are really different. Sa season 1, you're able just to determine in your one hand kung sino lang yung, rather sa 2 fingers or 3 fingers mo kung sino lang yung sobrang mas nag-step up. But right now, when you look at Division A and Division B, they're really built different right now. You've seen their successful stories also and how they play it. All of the teams are actually very unpredictable. Kaysa sa season 2 and season 1, ngayon sobrang hindi mo ina-expect yung mga predictions, and last time nga, di ba, you just, may isa lang na caster na nag-predict sa MGS if I'm not mistaken, or ata sa HAU pala, sa house. So, ayan yung mga hindi mo ina-expect, and actually, when we casted that, we were like, okay, this means to us that in UAC, it's all about the teams that are really getting stronger every season.
All of different teams, no, iba-iba minsan may surprise sila sa inyo, so really so fun to watch. And like you said nga, very random, very unpredictable. But right now, if you tinignan mo, no, ang head to head ng dalawang team na to, they have a little bit of a history. Nagkita tong dalawang team na to sa promotional tournament last season, and FEU got the better of them. Na 2-0 nila yon. They were able to beat them on Ascent and Bind. So baka medyo may sting pa yun sa kanila. Actually, if we can take a look at the map picks and bans today, you know, for our first game, I think we're going to Haven. So very interesting map pick, especially since parang halos lahat ng team may kanya-kanyang strat no, sa Haven.
Actually, I do agree with how you say that, Eugene. When it comes
Mhm.
to Haven, we've seen how Apex Tamaraos play those styles that
Yes.
they have, knowing that this is actually their comfort map compared to Split that minsan medyo nagfa-falter pa sila, or when you go into other picks like Ascent. But when it comes to Haven, I think Apex Tamaraos are one of the teams that have been very successful here in Division B. But when you take a look naman at Thomas Haribons, I really do think na they pick yung next map nga, which is going to be Bind. But when you look also at
Mhm.
Haven, this is just a 50-50 chance for them to actually get it. But if a Thomas Haribons may actually win this and win also the next map, which is sobrang laki ng win rate nila sa Bind, sa tingin
Yep.
ko, they may actually make this with a 2-0 against Apex Tamaraos.
Yeah, it's all momentum, no? Pag alam mo yun, pag simulan na nila, momentum nila, first map,
Select your
feeling good,
agent.
going into the map pick of their own, parang there's a different type of confidence, no? But, looks like we're gonna be jumping into the game, and oh my, I am seeing Burrito on Killjoy, and sa mga nanonood ngayon, if you aren't updated or hindi nyo pa nababasa or baka busy kayo, there's been a new patch, and sadly to say, Killjoy has been dearly nerfed. Not just because of how vulnerable her utility are to
Mm-hmm.
different agents' utility, but pati yung turret niya na nerf around mga used to slow mga 72% ngayon para mga 30% slow na lang siya. So in if you look at it, it's a very big nerf. So seeing Killjoy right now is kind of a surprise. No?
Mm-hmm. Siguro they just want to dwell on the anchor. Kasi maganda mo ilagay
Mm-mm.
si Killjoy and just even if iwan mo lang siya sa certain side. But this is a big comparison of how you will be able to compare Cypher versus Killjoy right now, knowing that we have the new patch nga. And sa mga nandyan, syempre meron na tayong bagong map. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. But before we start also with other before we start also, syempre, gusto natin recognize sa mga players natin na naglalaro sa atin right now. Thank you so much, guys. And also, sa mga nanonood, make sure to like and share our live stream. But right now, here it is. On the defending side, Thomas Haribons kagad ang magsa-start. Pero this aggressiveness coming in from Apex Tamaraos is something incredible. Dahil nakapag-cross na kagad si Blade, and that is actually big into making an opener right now. But pero nga lang na-dink siya ngayon. So nag-abang-abang na lang siya. They have the total control already of C-site, and they will just be preparing for the retake coming in from Atomos. And speaking of Blade, bumagsak na nga sa kamay those good lineups coming in from that shock start feeds in. And right now, Burrito will be taking a Victoria. There are just some trades happening, but the right click is still working for the side of Burns and Igor. And napakalaking advantage kakagad ang meron sila. 1-0 na nga kagad for FEU.
Yeah, ang bilis nung take nila doon. Less than 20 seconds, a minute 30 left sa round, na-plant na kagad nila yung spike, and with little to no contest, no, from the Haribons. Although, nakita ko naman yung balak nila doon, no. They were trying to play for the retake. Ayaw nila yung mga unnecessary fights kasi nga, pasok na yung kalaban, huwag nyo na ipilit. Lalo na, baka mamaya pag swing mo, di ba, tatlo yun. But what I also see here is Haribons, very aggressive sila, no, here sa mid. Take a look at them, Ray. 5-man mid, actually.
This is actually incredible, diba? Even if most likely you'll be losing that, but the possibilities also if into making the most out of it is actually there already. Pero the fact that they want to go into mid, seems like because of that, nakapasok na kagad ang Apex Tamaraos, and tignan mo, they had the total na kagad, control all over the map. But right now, as we can see, they're just handling all of the angles, as we are already seeing Wayugi na nag-iisa na lang. And he has already been taken out here. At kita naman natin you sacrifice so much when it comes to that. If only some of them could have stayed sa A-site, but it already happened. That could have been a good strategy for them to stack. Pero ikaw, Eugene, sa tingin mo, sobrang naging effective, 'di ba? Yung pag-push kagad ng Apex Tamaraws.
Yeah, high risk, high reward. I mean, kung bigla mo silang mabulaga doon sa mid, get 1 or 2 picks, makapatay ka ng bumili, that's already economic damage, and that's, some more additional favor falling for your team. Kasi nga, you get the guns next round anyways, might as well bring 1 to 2 guys down with you. So, overall, I can't blame them for that play already, a solid play, pero ang bilis ni Blade, ito na naman sa Ray.
Ngayon, up the side, pero nga lang, dalawa, the good crossfire coming from AG together with the Vipora, AG Blaze. Yun lang ang dahilan, and walang naging trade. So, that was kind of bad, but he has been doing kasi that ever since the first 2 rounds. So, maybe he was thinking that it's gonna be successful once again. But dalawa na lang kagad ang natitira, and a bonus round nga naman nakita mo sa kanilang mga barrel. But Yuki si Zay, face of Burrito. At isa na lang kagad ang natitira, Igor. Finish off by Vipora, and a fist bump coming in from Thomas Harry once says that it's not over yet till it's over.
Actually, tama ka dun, no, na medyo nabasa na nila yung play dun. Alam nila, okay, hilig lang ni Blade, mag-push dito sa garage. Might as well just wait it out. Maganda crossfire ni Vipora there. Very, very proficient there. Ganda rin ang timing ng kanyang paranoia. As soon as Blade got in, wala siyang nakita. He had no choice but to just, spray and pray. So now, na may barrel sila, they're probably gonna be playing for defaults here. Usual things that we see in our own ranked games. Hindi sila nagmamadali. This is a very big map, and they have a lot of room to work with right now, because if you take a look at the map, they are just controlling mid. Usual thing you see, as Blade there actually saved by the Trailblazer. Verns! Through the smoke? Nakita niyo ba yun?
Di ata nakita. This is the usual mistake coming from Thomas Haribas. They make up so much space for Blade to actually get in. And that's what I'm talking about. The pins don't place, you already got in. Pero nga lang, Wayugi will be denying that potential clearing operation ng Apex Tamaraws. Plus, nawalbang pa nga dito ang isa na lang miyembro. So this is kind of a bad situation, since you can see na medyo late ang backup ng Apex Tamaraws, some of their members, and it gives so much hard time for them to make those decisions on where they will be committing. Pero still, okay, may mga pagkakataon na nga nagkaroon na advantage si Budil, and he actually pins down 2. That's so big. Medyo nagkamali sila. Wala sila nakuha information as to where he is, and it seems down to where Igor is. Mga pa left, right lang yan. AD lang ang galawan, pero wala pa kaagad na pick off. But still, this is a big advantage na naman, kasi full buy to for Apex Tamaraws, and finally, he's at 33 HP, playing out a lot of time. But Dazal will be punishing him and trimming this down from a 2-0. Tayo na kagad ang ating score.
Ganyan talaga kabilis ang swing, and taking a look at the economy ng Apex Tamaraws, they don't have much to work with here. A few sheriffs, maybe they're gonna be forced to save. Mo si Burrito, may confident siya with the Guardian. He should still have enough money for next round, but still, overall, they almost had that round, honestly. Ang ganda na sana nung rotation nila doon. They had complete control over the site. They could have planted, actually, but they opted to go for A, and at some point, nahuli sila ni Budel doon. Early ultimate here by Budel, actually, almost getting the kill. But still, 5v4 ang situation nila dito. Hindi nila kailangan mag-peak at hindi nila kailangan magsayang dito, kasi as much as they want to push here, may hihirapan ng Apex Tamaraws dahil nga reliant sila sa kanilang mga headshots, guns everywhere. Blade Storm pa si Blade. How fitting sa pangalan niya, no?
Ano yan sa tapat siguro yan, if a Blade won't be able to create space for his teammates, Apex Tamaraws will definitely have a hard time. Kasi marami deny ka din coming in from the coming in from the guiding light ngayon ni Dazai. So, even if you want to push, if ikaw lang naman mag-isa, you don't have any trades, and you cannot create some space, it might be harder dahil nga siya lang nag-isang duelist. May pseudo-duelist lang sila, which is going to be their Sky. But, it all revolves around how Dazai takes that good step up for his teammates. And kita mo naman kagad, he finished out 2, denying that potential mid-control that
30 seconds
Apex
left.
Tamaraos has. Pero at least they were able to clear at A-side. Pero alam na kagad kung saan sila manggagaling. And right now, may mga lineup pang Sova. Yan ang maganda. Dinanay pa nila, but kinomit na din ni Verns. Maganda sana siguro kung nag-TP siya papuntang C-side, but it's too late na, I think. Talagang ni-risk it out na lang nila. Plus, eco round din naman kasi para sa kanila. And Vipora will be denying him. And that's it. But because of that win, syempre, kitang-kita nyo naman guys, na hindi rin magiging posible yung mga games natin right now without our amazing sponsors and partners. Di nyo ba alam na ang UAC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom, our official telco sponsor, ASUS Republic of Gamers, our official gaming PC and laptop partner, Logitech G, our official gaming gear partner, and Riot Games, our publishing partner, and Twitch student platform partner. So thank you so much for our amazing sponsors. Kita nyo naman yung headset ni Eugene, di ba? Yes.
Syempre.
Kalam.
Shout out nga naman sa partners natin sa Logitech G, no? Kung gusto nyo mag-level up ng inyong setup, so hashtag keep playing! Muntikan na buong si Dazai, hindi na magko-continue playing at dahil na-pick off na siya sa garage. Sumunod pa si Budel. Wait lang, ang daming early picks right now, no? Para sa Apex Tamaraos, really.
Alam mo yung parang mabilisan lang dahil nga alam nila na mayroong Sky. They actually risk that, pero kalang maganda na yung nakukuha si Blaze right now. But his teammate was able to trade him out at 3-2 na lang ang natitira. Alam mo, yung aggressiveness minsan ng mga teams natin, yun yung magiging usual mistakes nila. But sinabayan na nga nila kayo ng lockdown, cannot be destroyed right now. Wala silang breach to destroy that. Wala din silang Hunter's Fury dahil wala na nga isa na lang teammate. But it all claims down into Apex Tamaraos most likely getting this. There are a lot of times na plus the nano swarms pa. So definitely, malilito ka kung sino sasakta mo ng una. And it's now low on 39 HP. They will just be spraying against him pero they will be deciding na save na lang natin to. Kesa sa i-risk pa natin, di naman na sila makakapag-exit frags din dahil aalis ng ilong itong Apex Tamaraos.
Yep, very smart decision na on them na mag-save. At least they're able to save this op, no? Kay Hyugi, makes it a little bit easier for them to drop for his teammates kasi nga marami-rami pa pera niya. He has the luxury of, being that teammate with a lot of cash, tingnan niyo 7-5 to his name. Pwede pa nga siya mag-drop for 2 of his teammates. So, very, very smart save. It is still 3-3. Hindi naman ganun kalaki yung lamang. It's still a very, very close game. But I also like to point out na medyo masyadong naging aggressive nga ang Haribons, no? Medyo naging confident sila. A little bit overconfident speaking. Tapos na-punish sila ng Tamaraw. So, at least we see na both teams very capable of adjusting, no? Makikita mo naman kaya mag-switch up ng pace from very, very aggressive, no? And again, take a look at the Tamaraws, very somewhat reliant, no, kay Blade. Once he creates the opportunities for his team, he's gonna be able, it makes it significantly easier, no, para sa Tamaraws mag-take ng site. They are favoring a very, very slow take here. Medyo hindi sila nag-overcommit sa C, getting information. Salamat na lang sa guiding light, no? Tingnan natin kung mag-guide sila sa tamang landas as decided na sila. 50 seconds left. They're going C.
Okay. Kailangan na kumuha kagad. Kailangan na mag-commit or else it's going to be a big of a stumble if hindi man sila makakagalaw kagad. Pero sa tingin ko, they just want to play passively. Kaso nga lang, when you're on the attacking side in Haven, you don't need to be so passive kasi makakuha ng information kagad yung kalaban mo kung nasan ka. But speaking of Blade, will be making a good space already. But the deny coming in from the Hunter's Fury, will he be able to make up those open spaces? Yes! Kaso nga lang, Ako, nag-dig lang si Blaze doon. Napakasakit nga lang. And finally, Blade takes down 2. And we only have the Zai left. Kaso nga lang, ang ganda ng mga utilities. Tumatama talaga. They were able to take that out. Pero denied na din siya this time. 87 HP and a dream. And Igor takes him down. And that's what I'm talking about. Even if they start so passively, once na nag-all come together na yung kanilang utilities, the setup, plus nakapag-Hunter's Fury pa si Igor, that's already big for Apex Tamaraws to actually make some spaces, and Blade is quite confident na naman this time around, and that's what they're all relying about. If Blade will be making those open spaces talaga for his teammate, that's already big. Kahit ma-trade pa siya or kahit ma-punish pa siya ng atong mas Haribons.
Oo, ang galing no ng actions nila doon. And yun yung mahirap dito sa bind no. I mean, walang namang maling ginawa ang Haribons doon, di ba? They were patient, hindi sila nag-peak, pero it's just really how difficult it is to read your opponent. Kung hindi mo sila nabasa doon, si Blade! Ang aga na naman ng pick, buti lang na-refrag. Neural Theft has also been activated, so ngayon may information sila. Blaze almost being the anchor for the site. Medyo nabigo nga lang, but still 4v2. Muntik, malapit. Kaya ba naman? This is completely winnable for them.
And speaking of, that's what we're also expecting coming in, di ba? Blaze got 1. And yun na nga sinasabi ko, nakapag-open na kagad, alam na yung information sa A-side. But then, kita na kagad, the advantage na rin coming in from Versal. But the side, still, he wants to paddle this out. A 2v1 situation, trying to stick also. And he gets down the head to Purito. Isa na lang kagad natitira, but Igor denies that. Since the Zai is also low on HP, di sana all may bagong bundle.
Sana all! Grabe naman yun! Napa-party-party tayo doon sa Spectrum na skin. Oh, that was almost it, no? That was almost it from Dazai. Ang medyo naramdaman ko na feel niya na eh. Nakadalawa ka na, 1v3, o 1v1 mo. But alas, masyadong nabigyan ng skin buff si Igor doon. He was able to clutch things out at napa-party-party pa sila at the end of that round. Overall though, very, very, another switch up ng pace, no, for the Tamaraws, which is really good talaga na they were able to get that early kill. As I say that, si Burrito nga, across the map, nakaisa na naman kill. So, very, they're working at a disadvantage. Again, Blades able to get the better of Blade, you know? Kaya isang letra lang ang difference silang dalawa, and he is the supreme. 5 HP though. So, and again, eco pa rin ang Haribons. This is gonna be an easy C-take for the Haribon squad, for the Camaro squad rather.
Pero nga lang medyo naging overconfident yung Apex Tamaraws dahil nga lang they all know that these guys are going eco, pero nga lang they will be coming in from garage pa, and isa na lang kagad na natitira na nasa side na to, and that's what we're talking about. Budale, still, he tries to go through that, and the whole sobrang hirap. Actually, ito, talking about napakahirap ng positioning ng post plant ng Apex Tamaraws, and at 50 pa nga sila ng Thomas Haribons, and Budale getting that good 1v1, and buti nga nakapag-responde siya. Daabi ko medyo alanganin na nasa magagaling na sa spawn si Budale, but he really impressed me on that round.
Yeah, very good use ng utility niya. Use this recon dart to get some information. Asan yung kalaban, isa lang na tag. So, alam nilang at least isa lang nasa backside and platform. The rest are either long or default. So, very, very good use of that dart. And then, yung clutch na rin ng aim, you know, winning those aim duels, na-isolate niya yung dalawang natirang kalaban, and in the end, he got the better of him. Si Burns, before nahuli na naman ng aso. Huli siya ni Bantay, and now he falls down. Makes it a 5v3 ngayon, and things are looking bleak now for the Haribons. But there's that if Blaze has anything to say about it, wow, gets a double, and now na-reset sila, napabagal sila, napahinga ang Atomos Haribons, at now they're on a scramble. They need to recover. You need to, you know, reevaluate that. Things are looking still pretty even, Ray. 3v3. And majority of map control is still favoring the Haribons, as you know, alam nilang close ang B with the tripwire. So only option left is A tip.
And actually, this is a good placement of the traps coming in from their cipher, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. If it's always about the killjoy versus cipher, pero nga lang,
30 seconds left.
Burrito still risk that into taking Blaze
player
out.
standing.
Pumunta na siya kagad while Igor spots out where Bodale is. Lumipat na yun si Verns. Nag-hello lang siya ng kaunti, and now he will be going sa A side as Wayugi is the only guy remaining. And that's what we can see. Ang ganda na sana ng trap. But the deny also, nakapag-ace push pa sila. Tinamaan na nga din siya ngayon ng paranoia. Dalawa ang nasa may hell. Kaso nga lang, will he take the heads of both of these guys? As Igor still denies that. And Apex Tamaraus is already leading by 2. Shoutout sa iyo, Sakai Gaming. But at the same time, guys, as so we can see to that, make sure, guys, to hit the WoW with AcadArena on TikTok. So make sure to follow AcadArena, and if you are part of our 1,000 followers, you'll get the chance to win of our weekly giveaways. So post or tweet with the hashtag AA TikTok giveaway to make your entry count. So follow us on TikTok, guys. Maraming content dyan. Shoutcast content. Ganon.
Abang-abangan nyo. Iba-ibang highlights yan. As Dazay, ang lalim naman ng push. They don't know. Never mind. I really played.
Trades lang by trades. Okay na sana yung risk nila doon. Kasi alam naman nilang they're just holding their sheriffs. They can just risk those shots. Magpapakaasim. But then, the big deny coming in from the stacking guys of Apex Tamaraus as Burrito already sees out one here in the link at dalawa na lang silang kagad natitira this time around, but Blaze goes inside the smoke. Will he be able to trim down where Igor is? Lalo na't ngayon naglabas na nga kagad ng recon bolt, but no, because Lucid will be able to pin down one as Bodale na lang ang natitira. And he's just going for the exit frags most likely. Kaso nakita pa siya ngayon ng lumilipad na CCTV and they already know where they are. As Burrito finishes him out and Apex Tamaraus still gets a good hold of this round. 7-4 in favor of them.
They are playing very, very well. Hindi sila masyadong makommit sa isang site. Malikot sila around the map, which is very, very useful. Especially again sa mapang to. Tatlo yung site na iniisip ng defenders eh. So the more na binibigyan mo sila ng random thoughts na, wait lang, they're going B. Di, may nasa garage eh. Pero may nasa A din. So very random, the more unpredictable you are as a team will really, really benefit you. Si Wayugi, tignan natin kung may magagawa with the operator here. Makikita natin.
Hinabol siya bigla ni Blade, tapos tumiming pa ang Dogi-Dogi ni Sky. So that's already big, pero nga lang nakapag-igib na game agad for a lockdown, but that's what I'm talking about. They are just using their ults to make space, actually going inside A, and Burrito spots out the head of Blaze, and ang ganda ng nag-create na naman ng space na ang Apex Tamaraus. Until such time, tatlo na lang kagad ang natitira once again. But right now, kita mo, they will be expecting someone sa heaven. They will be expecting someone coming towards A-Link. But let's see, how will they go with a good discipline right now, knowing that Desai doesn't have any flashes for all. But before, behind their backs, he gets the head of 2, but Igor denies that one as Desai is the only guy left. Remember, both of them are actually low on HP, but after that serious note of Desai not getting information as to where these last two guys are, Apex Tamaraus is already leading by 4 against Atomos Haribons. Shows to us that in their attacking side, they might just be giving those usual rounds. Actually, naging 4 nga ang score ng Atomos Haribons. But unfortunately, they kind of figured it out already on where they will be committing. And kita mo naman sa kanilang frags right now. Blade makes so much space, tapos nag-refrag parati si Igor and Burrito with the utilities coming in from Verns and Lucid. So that's what we're talking about Apex Tamaros. But this is Atomos Haribon's one of the maps that you don't usually see them play. So, kailangan pa nila sigurong timplahin kung anong strat ang meron sila in Haven.
Oo, ano to kaya this is not that big of a lead. Ano to very winnable, very, kayang-kaya pa ang comeback. Apat lang. So that's, you get this pistol round to guaranteed the next round kasi nga alam mong mag-ikaw kalaban mo. So that's already 2 points, right? For your team. So pressure's more on whoever's gonna win this round, no? Because if Apex Tamaros win this round, they will be able to secure, an easy 2 points if all goes well though, kasi alam mo naman eco round, anything can happen, lalo na with the types of talent ng players natin, kayang-kaya nang nila makapatay with the sheriff, diba? So very very scary pa rin. In essence though, very very unorthodox take for the Apex Tamaros. As the play the retake, they get 2 immediately, gets 3. Iba naman si Burns, tumatalo na lang palabas ng site, and wow, Ray, ang bilis ng retake. Parang kasing bilis lang ng plant.
Ibo, they opened the B ng sobrang bilis din ng pagpunta ng Apex Tamaros for that retake, and that is actually very big. Pero kung tatanungin niyo, paano ba nakuha yun? Well, we have those pop flashes coming in from Lucid that really became a way for them to get inside the site. Tapos sobrang aggressive pa actually na Apex Tamaros. But looking at Atomos Haribons, they were actually wondering. But the thing here is, if you don't get to good post plant positions, especially you're at B site, wala talagang, there's no way that you can actually bail out of that, and it was too late. Tapos may dalawa pang naka-anchor, hinayaan lang silang mag-plant sa B-side, and that's it. But, it's not over yet. But the fact that nanalo ang Apex Tamaros after that second half pistol is already a big deny sa Atomos Haribons to actually have that chance to get this against them.
Yeah, it's really really good. If you're able to get good post plant sa B, kasi nga medyo problematic yan sa defenders no. Ang dami mong iisipin pag alam mong kontrolado nila yung buong B site, pero pag alam mong kontrolado na nila yung half, which is the one na papunta na ng mid, that's when it becomes a little bit more complicated. Limited ka na hindi mo control ang backside. Your opponents are able to throw their utility out to the common areas that they expect you to be. And if you look ang full save ang Haribons here, and this is very difficult considering attack sila. They're gonna be relying on some cheeky headshots or very very good shot plays here, as an aggressive Paranoia will be able to open up the seaside for them.
Oh, yun lang. That was a good shot coming in from them. Even if V4 was pinned down, but the fact that Paranoia is already so big enough to actually capture yung mga nag-a-anchor ng seaside, binigyan na nga nila ng deny ngayon ang mga taga-Apex Tamaros. And speaking of, nga lang si Blade behind the back, he gets the 3 heads of Atomos Haribons, and that retake was actually just quick because they didn't manage to see the guys coming in behind their backs. And kanina kung napakaganda ng opener, napakaganda din ng ending for the side of Apex Tamaros. Pero looking at that, Blade was just behind their backs together with his other 2 teammates. He's gonna make sure na may refrag sa kanya kahit papano. And speaking of, he came from that. Wala pang post-plant position ng Atomos Haribons. And suddenly, all of them went down one by one into his hands, still capturing the scoreline of Apex Tamaros into a 10-4.
Natatawa na lang ako dun, Ray, kasi nga run and gun na nga si Blade doon with the Spectre. At ang honestly, alam mo daw kung bakit hindi sila naka-setup ng post plants. Duda ko kasi hindi nila in-expect na makaka-plant sila in the first place yung balak lang nila, plant na tayo, tapos okay na, panalo tayo sa round, may barrel na tayo next round. But as I say that, mabilisan na naman sila nakapasok ng C site here. Kung kanina mabilis, ito mo ang dinoble pa nila. Now, 5v4 retake, kayang-kaya pa ng Tamaraos, but they do have the gun disadvantage. Burns using the Spectre, pero matalino ang ginagawa ng Haribons here. Alam nilang SMG lang kalaban nila, use the rifle advantage.
And speaking of, nakakita pa si Blaze ng isa, but time is ticking. May halo pa yung lineup coming in from their Sova. And speaking of, isa-isa na silang bumagsak. Blade na lang kagad dito na naglabas ng Blade Storm, but denied right now by the Zai. And getting the gap closer into a 10-5. Yan na nga sinasabi natin eh. If nakapag-post plant parati ang Atomas Haribons, that's actually big. And commit lang sana ng commit sa seaside. Kasi sobrang weak pa yung nagiging anchor ng Apex Tamaraos. But what you can see there is, if you have an Omen na nag-anchor talaga, napaka-importante. So, nagpalitan sila. Kita nyo kanina, if Igor was at Seaside, they just switch it into Verns. And katingin ko, isa sa pinakamagandang flashes talaga here in Valorant will always be about Omen's paranoia. But the Zai wants to control mid, pero unfortunately, sinagutan lang na din siya kaya ng guiding light so that they can just prevent them from rattling all over here in B. Pero kita mo yung camera na yun, nag-set up na lang para baka sakasakaling may makapag-flank sa kanila. Unfortunately, patience game lang sa side ng Apex Tamaraos.
Oh, very patient game here. Hindi na naman sila nagpipilit dito. They are changing up what they were doing kanina. Masyado silang aggressive. It worked out for them. And now, just to keep things spicy, no? Ayaw nilang mabasa sila easily ng Tamaraos. Kaya the Haribons now, a more organized rush, kumbaga, as a good paranoia here combined with the Seekers. They're gonna be able to get the B site here actually. Igor almost getting a kill, kaso hindi. Naisahan siya ni Budel doon. And now Spike has been planted. They do have... Oh!
Yun lang, Vipora gets this good 2Ks, a 2v3. Meron pa sila pang post-plant right now when it comes to the shock darts by Butel. Pero still, nag-crossfire lang yung dalawa. Medyo inasim sila actually with that post-plant. At yun, naabangan na lang niya ang ulo ni Blaze. And even if was able to pin down Lucid, Blade rather, denied that potential win na naman ng Atomas Haribons. Ang ganda na sana eh. But inasim lang ng Atomas Haribons. Yun lang yung napakalaking mistake na crossfire pa sila na Apex Tamaraos. Plus, meron pang advantage ng Cloudburst because they were all thinking that maybe they might be defusing this already, but unfortunately not. They just wait for the guys to come at them and suddenly they ate them alive and were pinning it down with an 11-5. Dalawa na lang before Apex can actually take this map picked by them.
This was, in all fairness, that was already a good round for the Haribons. Ang ganda na ng take. I appreciate all the good use of utility. Si Blade sumisilip dito sa may short. Nakita na ng Trailblazer. Tingnan natin. Just opt to run away. He is low. Tama yan. Wag na mag-asim. 66 HP ka. May hiskay ka naman para mag-heal. So, I like it so far. They still have the gun advantage here, Ray. So, this is still a very, very expected round win for the Tamaraos. Unless Wayugi and his Blade Storm can somehow generate more picks for the team.
Pero Blade, once again, you don't do that. It might be harder, but oh no! Nag-timing actually! Oh, sayang yun. Pwede pa siyang ma-pick doon ni Vipore. But unfortunately, di na nga nangyari. And right now, we're seeing the high success for Blade to actually had that biggest risk. But speaking of the timing coming in from that paranoia, denied. The push coming from Wayugi and just some trades happening. Dalawa na lang kagad natitira sa Atomas Haribons. And that's what we're talking about. It's just all coming at a good timing. And if you want to explain that, it's just that talaga. Ganun ang mga pangyayari. But unfortunately, hindi pa nila na-control ang pag-anchor sa may A-side. And it actually became a big information for Atomas Haribons because of that. Pero may blind pa right now si Lucid. They can actually risk this out. But holding a Spectre, this actually more better than it sounds. The Blaze will be taking him down. Pero nakuha pa ni Igor. Sova versus Sova. Budale versus Igor. But then Budale says hi to him. And that's it. Maganda na nga ang finisher ng inyong bundle ngayon. Plus, nakuha mo pa ang 1v1 na naman. Budale never fails to execute those 1v1s. And meron pa. Still alive pa ang Thomas Haribons.
Oo, ang ganda nung round. Just when you thought, okay lamang na ang Haribons. Oy, nakapatay pa si Blade no earlier. Biglang, wait lang. Balik na tayo sa Haribons. Good double peak no from Blaze and Budale in that round. Actually getting the picks and kills for the A site, and it worked out for them in the end. Oh, look at that. Another early kill by Vipora. Na wallbang pa nga si Blade. Ang alat.
Di pa daw tapos, sabi ng Thomas Haribons. Pero ito na naman, nahirapan na naman mag-close out ng game ang Apex Tamaraws, and it's actually very crucial. Plus Burrito not hitting those shots. Pero kita mo naman kasi naka-classic lang sila. Iba sa kanila Sheriff. So it's really giving a hard time for Apex Tamaraws. As you can see, Thomas Haribons already getting inside C-site. Lahat sila mag-prepare na kung saan nila i-expect ang mga to, at pwede pang mag-audition sa harapan ni Wayugi as he gets that boost coming in from the default. And speaking of, naghihintay pa sila. They were all thinking that maybe there's just gonna be someone behind our backs, but losing instead of place. But Wayugi denies Burrito this time around. Kaso playing time na lang tong Thomas Haribons. Baka lang sila makuha ngayon ng Apex, but unfortunately, even if yung mga utilities, it's not connecting at all, as we only have Igor, the only guy remaining for the side of Apex Tamaraws. But you're going up against may post-plant pa yan, Hunter's Fury. Pwede naman niya pasayangin actually, pero Dazai denies him behind his back. And still, Thomas Haribons takes a good control pa na kaya nilang maiabot to into an 11-11 against Apex. And right now, our score is 7-11. But still, binibigay lang ng Thomas Haribons sa ibang rounds na hindi sila makapanalo so that they can come up with new strategies.
No. It's really just it comes down to how well Tamaraws can adjust accordingly sa ginagawa ng Haribons. Mukhang ang Haribons naman, they are favoring the C side every time they get early picks. Pero si Igor at Blade, good double swing. Hindi in-expect ni Blaze. But look at this, Ray si Budale at the rest of the Haribon squad. They're here at C and more.
Oh no, this is quite bad. Bumili na sila kagad, pero nga sinabayan na ngayon ng Hunter's Fury. And speaking of, Igor will be taking the head of before he created space actually for Blade to get inside, but unfortunately denied by Design. A 2v2 right now, where Yugi has already been determined as to where he is. But right now, we have no choice but to commit this already as the time is ticking in favor of Thomas Haribons. Pero nga lang, wala na din utilities ngayon si Lucid. Wala na rin no ways that they can see them out. And speaking of, Igor na lang kagad ang natitira. But they already know where he is. And the crossfire post-plant of Thomas Haribons still paves in for them. That was a possible retake, but unfortunately, denied na naman sila ngayon. And now, yan ang sinasabi ko, mukha magiging 11-11 pa to, or 13-11 actually.
Oo, no, pinapatagal pa, medyo Haribons building up momentum. Nasa kanila ngayon ang ang mainit-init sila because of how well they are doing their side takes. Yes, may namamatay early on in the round. Sige, bigay na namin yan. Sige, pag-lurk na namin si Blaze. No problem. Nasa amin naman na si site. And ang napapansin ko lang rin sa Tamaraws is sometimes they do go for the retake, pero hindi sila organized sa retake nila eh. Medyo may nahuhuli in terms of util. They had a while ago, they had to wait just a couple more seconds for a recon dart, hindi nila nahintay. They went inside kagad. So really, it went kind of all over the place. Yung iba nilang retakes, no? So if they are gonna go for the retake game here, they should at least play together more. It boils down naman sa communication rin nila yon. But Thomas Harip was really making the comeback very possible here. 8-11 score. Tatlo na lang. Kanina, napakalaki na naman yan. Kanina, that was 5-11. And now they halved it just like that. And eco round ang Tama Rouse, by the way. So, anything is possible here as isang maling timing lang. Blade could have gotten one there. But nahuli si Dazai! Oh, no.
The head! Nag-hello pa nga. Okay, speaking of, ano yung nakita na nga niya kagad. And speaking of, na ano pa nga, nakuha pa nga ng mga SMG this time around. And that's why only 2 left na lang from Thomas Hardipols, and they will be getting thrifty by the guys of Apex Tamaraus, and just 1 left before they can actually get that first map here in our best of 3 series. And all of the one reason was all because of their Sky, was all because of Lucid coming in from mid and risking that shot, takes down the head of the Zai, and that's it. The rest is already the downfall of a Thomas Haribons. Pero ang ganda na sana na gusto ng Thomas Haribons eh. Magko-commit sila ng A-side, pero nga lang kasi may mga nahuli pa that are watching the flank and actually setting up. So the timing also hits different eh. And that's why you need to be extra careful when you're making your gusto maglabas ng flash, so mag-smoke, kailangan mo talaga kunin yun. But the big risk coming in from Blade will just be able to get the information, but that was some good trades. Dahil alam nila kung sino ba yung usually na dangerous or i-expect nila sa A-site.
Oo, ano yun eh. Jet for jet, that's both duelists down, pero mas masakit yun sa Haribons dahil duelist nga yan. Siya yung responsible for creating space, no? Yung dash kasi talagang it's a different way of distracting your opponents, especially if mag-dash in ka sa cloudburst. Alam mo yun, it's so weird and so hard for other teams or other players rather to react to it. I like the play here, nag-TP siya towards the A site, makes them think about where they are going. Actually used it to scout out the A site, no? And now Vipora is already deep in medyo they have control of the A site here, Ray. So this could potentially be a very staple round win here if hindi maganda ang retake ng Tamaraus.
Sa tingin ko, it's too late for them to actually make that retake. Pero naglabas lang muna pala ng lockdown. Pero nga lang sinabayan na din ang Hunter's Fury. But Lucid will be going down. But denied by Vipora this time. May kills down coming from Verns. But remember, time is ticking as he gets that 2 heads right now. The side, as we only have plays na lang natitira. Oh no! Na-crossfire pa sila this time. Na nanggaling lang sa may sewers, and Blaze was the man of that game. Denied that possible win of Apex Tamaraus. Gusto pa daw niyang habain ng gameplay, and actually totoo naman, napahaba nga naman talaga. But you know what guys, kung kayo ay naa-amaze sa ginagawa ng mga teams na to, ako din ay naa-amaze. Kaya kung gusto nyo i-bring ang esports school nyo, AcadArena is actually here for you. And Alliance member clubs get access to our exclusive tournaments, mentorship, event support, and of course, the Globe Esports Merit Scholarship. So join our Alliance today at acadarena.com/alliance. But remember that Alliance itself already gave these teams a big chance to make those teams happen, to make their pro player teams a reality, and they're already doing that here in AcadArena.
Yeah, and looks like they are, very standard take, no? Ray, medyo for picks ngayon ang Haribons. Medyo iba na kasi ang feeling na match point ng kalaban mo, no? Medyo mas maingat ka na, isang pagkakamali could cost you the game. Ayan nga ang pagkakamali na hinahanap ng Tamaraus to finish out the game. 2 quick kills. Pero Victoria getting the kill kay Igor, and that's a saving grace for them.
Kaso nga lang natin ay mid together with the Burrito, and we only have 1 Yugi getting against 3 na nasa mid. Pero alam na rin na nasa corner na lang
30
siya.
seconds
Plus,
left.
we also have that Blade Storm na hindi mawawala. And speaking of, Blade is just playing it together with his teammates
Defenders win.
as he finishes out the last guy remaining of a Thomas Haribons. Apex Tamaros confirming their first map here in our best of 3 series, a 39 definitely in the map that was picked by them. But looking at that, I think it's just shows to us that the bigger team here that has the far more experience, it's really FEU. And na-witness naman natin talaga kagad, guys. Why? They already predicted some of those plays coming in from their enemies. Tapos kita mo naman, coming from PLM, they have those good anchor sana sa first half. But if only they made the most out of their Cypher with those cages plus the utilities that they have, since they almost have the same lineup, sana man lang ginamit nila in an area where they actually see yung commitment kagad. Kasi wala namang dito kunyari nalugi na sila sa A set, wala naman usually teams na lumilipat. Instead, they will just still be committing, they will play for those picks. But, all over, tignan natin. It's just the first map. Maybe makahabol pa ang mga taga-PLM natin.
Oo, may tiwala pa ako sa PLM. I believe that they can make this a series. I still believe in them. They showed promise in the game. They were making a comeback. Very good reads on some of the rounds that they won. Nakikita nila yung kalaban nila, naiisip nila anong iniisip, saan sila magro-rotate, saan ang setup. And so, there were several rounds na medyo it was looking really, really good for them. But alas, the Apex Tamaraws, they were just able to lock down na some sudden changes in their defense, aggression, were able to win them some of the rounds as well as in the last round. The aggression caught them a little bit, caught the Haribons a little bit off guard, and it rewarded them. So now, pressure's up to the Thomas Haribons. Backs are turned because Game 2, they could potentially be going home. Pero bago tayo pumunta ng Game 2, we're gonna have a short break. Kaya dyan lang kayo, don't close that browser. We'll be back after a few minutes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third season of the University Alliance Cup featuring Valorant, where the top collegiate teams in the Philippines are here to compete and raise the campus torch with a prize pool of over 150,000 pesos. Ako nga pala si Yusuke, kasama ko si Ray Ray, and yes, match yung buhok namin. I think, kapatid. It's, nagulat din ako eh. Kala ko may K-pop convention bigla eh. Pero anyways, come back again. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys had a good break. We had a really good first game with the Atomos Haribons and Apex Tamaraws. I managed to watch a little bit of One Wet Down. And alam mo, Rere, I have been looking out for Apex Tamaraws since the start of this tournament. And I have to say, taga FEU. Malakas talaga, no? Ano?
Taga yun, naniniwala ako, guys. Alam nyo ba, huwag kayong mag-alala. Predict ko kayo, guys. Predict ko yung mga taga-FEU. So, biruin nyo, predict ko yung hindi ko naman school no kalaban nila UST. Pero, kidding aside, alam mo, Yusuke, without our amazing sponsors, of course, this AcadArena Season 3 won't be possible, right? So, we would like to thank our sponsors that we have. But before we thank them also, I would like to say that, guys, make sure to like and share our live stream. And of course, don't forget to tell your friends that, hey, join us here in AcadArena. But right now, here it is. We would like to thank, of course, ASUS, ROG for being our sponsors, ASUS Republic of Gamers. This is powered by the reigning king of gaming laptops, the ROG Zephyrus S17. Sa ano po bang specs ng laptop na ito? Well, it is featuring an 11th gen Intel i9 CPU cooled with liquid metal and the GeForce RTX 3080 to take your gaming experience to the next level. So that is really a hashtag for those who dare. So available ang laptop na yan in your nearest ASUS and ROG accredited stores nationwide. And of course, if you want to know more about the ASUS ROG, hop on to rog.acadarena.com and you can just check out what laptop is that about. Pero the fact that it has RTX 3080 plus 11th gen na Intel, so napakalaki, gaming na nga yan. Plus, of course, something that you can use for your studies. But of course, not only by that, we also have our amazing sponsor, Logitech G. Thank you so much for being part of our family here in AcadArena. Of course, if you're looking forward to a super change in your accessories right now and your gaming setup, make sure to go and keep playing with us in Logitech G. And if you want to check out our amazing partners, our amazing Logitech accessories, you can check out our amazing gaming gear at logitech.acadarena.com right now.
Okay, sounds really good, Riri. I mean, may ASUS ROG ka nga, tapos may additional peripherals ka pa sa Logitech G. So, ang sarap maging estudyante ngayon. Especially you get to compete now in AcadArena. Nung panahon ng mga titos ko dyan, casting titos and casting titas, hindi ka kasama, Riri, baka mag-aala. Wala pa silang ganun. So, take the opportunity, guys. Again, sabi nga ni Riri, head over to rog.acadarena.com or logitech.acadarena.com. Kay sayang din ni deals. But speaking of which, we are now ready to head into our game. Our map is going to be Bind. And this is going to be an interesting matchup. I am seeing already on the left-hand side for Atomos that we have an Astra on Bind.
Really cheeky agent matchups that we have, Yusuke. But remember, if earlier the kings of Haven were the Apex Tamaraws, right now, when you look at Bind, it always Atomos Haribons that will always get this map no matter what. And we've witnessed that since Season 1. So, tignan natin Plus, it is unusual. You'll see Astra. Usually kasi Omen talaga yung comfort picks ng mga teams natin. But when you see Atomos Haribon starting off with an Astra plus a Killjoy na naman, this is a good anchor sa mga sites right now. Kahit iwan mo lang mag-isa si Vipora, he's really capable of doing that, especially also with this Omen kanina sa Haven. So they're really trusting him with those stars setups. And speaking of, here it is. Start na nga ang ating game 2. Kung either is gonna be a 2-0 or we'll see more of their games in Icebox.
Ooh, tamang palamig lang right after a very, very hot map like Bind. But right now, we're gonna be seeing Blade popping off that bait shell. Tamang bait lang. Blaze will fall victim to that classic. It is gonna be Vipora right now waiting just under hookah. That is gonna be Blade. Ooh, good game sense there. Buti na check na yun. That's usually a tough spot for a couple of our attackers to witness. And Blade again with the right click on that classic. A lot of people really, really don't take advantage of that. You can see how good it is. But right now, it is gonna be Lucid with a very quick refrag after Blade has been shot down through Gardens here. Dazai will be pushing it through CT. Will be greeted by a lot of fire. Ang init na nga ng mapa. Tapos may molly pa sa, sa sahig. My God. That is gonna be Badali with a shock bolt kill, however. But they are gonna be low on health. So gonna be very hard for the retake here. Just checking out the flanks just in case. You know, Apex Samuraus love playing the mind games with their opponents here. But it is Budali here, still trying to go for his retake. No, I mean, now goes naman siya, but usually it's not really opportune to go for a save in the first round. Might as well get that extra 1-9, and ayun na nga, Igor will be finishing off that round.
Oh no, this is looking great for Apex Tamaraos once again. But at Thomas Haribons, maybe they'll just take things slow. Alam mo yun, while again, it's just a pistol round, we can still have those our mistakes kaya pa rin naman nating improve. But then when you look kasi on Bind and with how familiar both of these teams are also, you can't deny that Apex Tamaraos still has a chance into making this with a clean 2-0. Especially pinastart nyo sila sa attacking. But right now, simula na ulit ang kanilang hookah control lang.
Hookah control. That's such a nice twist, hookah control. I don't really hear that a lot lately. Mostly, rakrakan lang sa hookah. Yun na nga, kita mo, lumalabas na ang ating defenders. That is gonna be Blade there with 2K. Pero Burrito! Grabe! Onting infiltrate through the back of the teleport to get the rest of the defenders there. Interesting strat. I mean, almost worked. Pero kulang eh. Hindi nila napansin, may pumasok sa TP.
Ang funny lang nun is that naka-ghost lang din dun si Burrito. So he got that 3K in an instant kasi nag-push forward lang yung Thomas Haribon, which is what they usually do on the rounds na nagsasave sila. Stacking lang talaga sila and they'll be pushing around the mid. But right now, wala naman kasi super mid dito. But we can tell that it's kind of a mid when you go to B side. But right now, Blade na naman, he wants to get that entry. He always does those entries eh. Diba kapag sa mga sa official tournaments, hindi usually na ganito. They just give space first for their duelists to actually make that happen. But still, if Blade talaga has been successful so far for the first 2 rounds, he'll be successful also for the next rounds. Pero yan na nga sinasabi ko when you have that Astre. Sobrang mag-hold lang yan. Sobrang padedelayin lang kayo ng mga stars niyan.
I mean, the thing with Astra is kasi may pa-setup pa siya eh, kasi she goes into astral form, so she's very vulnerable when she is in that state. But we do see a couple first stars right now here in B side, and of course you have to conserve your stars kasi per round, even if you do get them back, hindi yan mari-reimburse eh. Kailangan mo bilhin ulit for the next round eh. But with that said, it is gonna be Vince here with the kill onto Fayub. And Garden, grabe Badali, go for that spray. We'll find one at least. And Igor will be getting that refrag. It's gonna be 3 defenders left for the side of Thomas here. It is gonna be Samuraus getting that free plant. And it is gonna be Vipora moving in through elbow while Dazai pushing in that boombot to get more information around the tube area. But it will be destroyed immediately by Blade, while the rest of his teammates moving in through elbow. They will be spotted, however, with that outro, but it is not going to be enough. The will bow down to it. Lucid and Igor will be getting some kills as well, and it is going to be up to our Astra main to get this dub. Incredibly difficult. We get spotted by the recon bot. Ang dami mong pinagdadaan ng Bipora. Sana okay ka lang dyan sa elbow. It is gonna be one, however, in Hookah, just playing the mind games, and finally, Burrito nakakuha na naman ng kill with a ghost. That's gonna be some free weapons for them.
Oh, low on HP na yung tatlo. Pero nga lang kasi vulnerable na lang din talaga doon si be poor and he won't be able to build out of that. But that was really expensive for Thomas Haribots. That round earlier was a round where they had those ARs kicking in. They have their Phantoms and their Vandals. But unfortunately, once na isa sa kanila na bawasan na sa isang site, it usually paves in for Apex Tamaraws already. The sudden shift goes into their hands and you can see that how successful Blade is with his entries talaga. He never failed to fail his teammates actually. He always creates that space. And tignan natin right now, pero meron na nga, makakapansin na sila na meron na magagaling from hookah. But right now that they're stacking, Lucid na naman will just get the 3K. Nag-audition lang sa harapan niya. At dalawa na lang kagad natitira sa side ng Thomas Haribots, which is going to be behind their backs, coming in from their spawn and around 1. Uy, coming in from, TP? Marinig pa ni Burrito to. Oh no. Nakuha pa ng info.
Grabe. Lockdown talaga yung game ni Apex Tamaraws here. And Burrito once again coming in from the flank. It is gonna be Blaze. Siya na lang natitira dito. Will be spotted by Burrito and will lose that duel. And grabe. Yung napapansin ko, Ray, they're really changing their stats per round eh. I mean, Blade, usual entry duelist. And then, now they've added the flank. Kanina wala yan eh. They're just really adapting to make sure na mahirapan yung Haribons to try and predict the next move. Kung saan ba pupunta yung Tamaraws.
Mhm. Yan na nga yung meron tayo for Thomas Haribots. Pero kailangan talaga nila to make a step up. Step up lang talaga for Thomas Haribots. Kasi nakita naman yung strat nila eh. Yung gusto na lang ipakita in bind with that play that they have. Of course, yung Astra nga ang kanilang game changer. But unfortunately, hindi pa nila nas-glue together yung gusto nilang strat. Pero may comment dito, bring Apex Tamaraws to Berlin. Grabe ka naman doon. Okay, Berlin, nakita mo na. Astig, kakaiba talaga. Pero sana all nakakapunta ng Berlin. Pero mahal ko, di ba? Next year.
Pwede naman.
Tamaraws, mag-ano na sila, magba-Berlin sila. Unahan na nila yung Team Secret.
Pwedeng pwede. I mean, the Valorant scene here naman sa Philippines, it's really surprising to us all. There's always plot twists every week if I were to label it somehow. And you never know, maybe the team we're seeing now in AcadArena, they may make it to the Masters eventually for the Valorant Challengers Tour. I mean, we did have the previous roster of LG Esports turn into RD Astra and compete for the VCT here in the Philippines. So anything can happen. Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make your esports dreams come true with AcadArena as your partner, all you have to do is check out the acadarena.com/alliance and you can bring esports to your school. Malay mo. Today, you'll start the org. Tomorrow, nandun ka na sa Berlin. It's a good experience. You know, a lot of these teams here in Division B have been introduced to campus play, and I really love how AcadArena goes beyond to find all of these teams because you know we're used to the mainstream yung Big Four, yung the usual UST, DLSU, Ateneo, and UP, but now we are having teams from different regions of the Philippines. We have some from Mindanao and we have some from Cebu as well. So grabe din yung pinaghirapan ng AcadArena. So thank you to everyone's support for just gradually letting us get better. We are now in season 3 of our UAC and we are looking forward to deliver more and more for every viewer out there.
Grabe talaga, more and more. Ano yun, di ba?
Sorry.
Joke lang. Joke lang. Napansin ka mga ano kami, mga momo lang sa alam. Hindi, joke lang. Di sino bias mo habang nasa, habang nakapo. Sino bias mo, Yusuke?
Like here, yung mga teams ko.
Bias mo sa Twice.
Ay, Twice, sorry. Sorry, hindi ako ganun kabig ng K-pop. Okay, pero yung kilala ko lang si Chaeyoung, I think. Siya lang yung kilala ko, so siya na lang.
Siya na lang.
Siya na lang. Sorry, wala akong siya na lang.
Tignan mo, tuloy, si Victoria.
Sorry, nagkakwento lang kami dito.
Sorry na guys.
Usapan ko, sige.
Balik na kami.
Balik na.
Balik na. Okay na yung that's 1 minute, see you tomorrow.
Okay. Sige, okay. Right. It's gonna be Apex Tamaraws na mga kaibigan na medyo may na-drop na sa members nila. And medyo slow push naman sila dito. You know, chill-chill lang. Si Blade, slowly creeping up towards his teammates. So yung Haribons, medyo lockdown pa naman sila sa A. So quick rotate lang for our Apex Tamaraws. But kailangan nila mag-ingat kasi ang daming traps na nakasetup na here in B. So they're gonna have to use their utilities to possibly break that. If you guys didn't know, the latest patch, a couple of ultimates, for example, yung Orbital Strike, the Brimstone, it has the capability to actually destroy some of the utilities of our fellow agents. So let's see if we can, if that will be utilized later. Right now, it's gonna be Blade. Nako, muntik na yun. Di niya nakikita si Blaze. Blade killing Blaze. And it is gonna be an early frag here for backside. However, meron ng defender scrambling. That is gonna be one. However, Bugdale waiting in elbow while the rest of his teammates are still pushing in towards the side.
Pero nga lang, they didn't expect before behind their sides. Pero nga lang, the crossfires na naman is
Burrito!
already paving sa Apex Tamaraws. Si Burrito nagpapagutom na nga. Tapos, nangangain pa ng buhay ngayon. Grabe naman si Burrito, patigil 9-0. Guys, 9-0 na si Burrito. Wala pang, di ba namamatay ang Koya mo together with Igor. At eto sabi ni, ikaw daw ang bias ni Ryujin. Bias ko po si Ate Riri. Salamat sa'yo, Astrid. Salamat.
Aww.
Ayan, salamat sa inyo, guys. Pero, balik tayo dito, ako bias ko si Yusuke. Yes! Bye! Balik na tayo. Naglabas na nga ng repolder.
Oh my God.
Oh, why?
Medyo distracted pa ako sa usapang bias. Nandito talaga tayo sa gilong. Ang dami na nangyayari. My God. Ray, yung bias ko, basta first letter R.
Letter R. Pero, back to tayo right now, Yusuke. Tignan mo yung nangyari doon. Nakakuha sila ng early frags with that push coming in from Bilong, pero denied lang sila dahil nga sa advantage ng Phantom ni sa advantage kayo ng Phantom. Pero nga lang, the Zite takes out the head of Burrito. Igor also, si Verns lang ang nakapagkuha ng frag, pero na-eco sila ng Thomas Haribons. I'm expecting that it's going to be a real sudden shift dahil nanalo sila sa eco round na yon. Pero tignan natin meron pa siya ngayong ultimate. May orbital strike pa siya. Marami pa siyang utilities this time around. But will he be able to take that knowing that he's only 26 HP left?
And medyo, I would say not super late to the party ang ating Haribons. Pero sabay-sabay sila dito rumarampa sa bats. And grabe, parang catwalk lang yun Fashion runway, sabay-sabay kami. Oh, it is gonna be, however, Vern's getting 1 kill. Medyo low health naman din si Vipora. Pero the spike has actually been sticking. Is it gonna be enough time? No, it's not. Grabe. And regardless, Ray, 50 round nila yan. So that was a really good play for them.
Oh, no. Di narinig niya, no? Di narinig ata. Di niya in-expect. Ay, use na pala. And he was planning maybe to do with the post plant, but, you know, he didn't get enough information at all also on where Thomas Haribons is. But that round itself is really big kasi nag-stick lang sila right now. And with Blaze doing that, will be stepping up, of course, and 5 ultimate ang ready na for Thomas Haribons. And that is really a game changer that we have. Syempre, gagamitin nila yan just to prevent Apex Tamaraws from committing to a site. And speaking of, ready na sila sa mga ultimates nila.
And tayo sa commitment, sis Medyo, sorry. Iba yung usapan pala yun. Sige. Wag mo na dito. Sige, medyo kalat. Sige.
Grabe talaga. My idol use
Okay, sige. Sige, balik na tayo dito. So far, wala pa naman engagements here in B site. Medyo risky nga sabi ng Apex Tamaraws, and dami kasing nakasetup. But Verns will be getting the kill onto Vipora. Yugi as well for the 2K to deny the showstopper from Blade. My goodness, it is going to be a 3 versus 4. And bumabawi dito ang Haribons numbers-wise. They're getting much better picks. However, Dazai, Ferrari pick. Nakakuha siya ng kill here into Igor, and Verns is waiting. Pero Dazai is just playing around with that jump pick to take him off. It is going to be 2 attackers left mukhang they are still trying to go here into
30
A, pero
seconds left.
mahirap. Because they don't have that much information. Wala nang Trailblazer, si Lucid. It's gonna be one guiding light left. And now it's a little bit of a waiting game. 20 seconds left on the clock. Verns will be getting that kill to Dazai. Finally, Lucid as well. It is still a possible game for the side of Tamaraws here. They managed to take out 3 from the side of the defenders. Very crucial. And papunta pa lang si Blaze to the site. So it's gonna take him a while. But right now, Lucid will be spotting him. Lockdown down. Lucid with the guiding light prepared. Maganda yung position ni Verns here to get out of danger. They have enough time. But Blaze has his ticket. I think medyo too late yung pag-entry ni Blaze there. Will be going to the top. Possibly gets a spray here. Gets one. Looking for a second. But Verns will win that duel. Grabe yung Ray. Ano lang yun? Exercise. Nagsispat lang siya.
Exercise.
Na hindi, exercise lang yun. Wala yan tama.
Pero ang ganda na sa but you were actually right with that, Yusuke. It could have been a round where he can take that. Pero sa team ko, may post-plant Molly din kasi doon si Verns. So it might be harder for Blaze actually to get that. But, could have been a good round so that they can use most of their ults. But unfortunately, hindi pa nga rin yung nagpe-paved in for them. Pero ang ganda sana ng entry ng blind na yun. But unfortunately, wala ring mapipick off. Pero alam nila na meron na naman. Tinamaan. Lahat na kapit pisig. Kaya pa ba? Yes, kaya pa nga nila, nakakatakas na nga sila right now. Kaya pa. Pero nandito na nga na wallbang pa. Nilabas na rin ngayon na Seekers just to take information as to where these guys are. Na-deny lang ni Budel ngayon si Lucid. Pero nga lang advantage pagdating sa mga barrel. Trailing it with a 3v2 situation that we have.
Grabe. And pushing into the side, Burrito again with very, very sharp hitter into Blaze. Dazai will be taking a lot of damage from that wall bang. Grabe. And it's gonna be him and Burrito here. And oh my God! Managed to get the one tap onto Burrito. Hindi niya na-expect yun. Really good crosshair placement for that play. It is gonna be up to Blade and Verns to win this round. And Dazai to go for the clutch. Showstoppers to the hand with a boombot as well. Pero wala siyang information. Verns with the wallbang to kill off Dazai. And wow. I mean, you did say Ray Haribons. Medyo malakas din sila here on Bind. But I think Apex Tamaraws, they just cracked the code. They really destabilized our fellow Haribons. And this tactical pause, well needed. They really need this right now.
Aside from that also, sobrang nagsistruggle si Thomas Harrimans. I'm not sure why they were really having a hard time. Baby, the aggressiveness You just can't deny the aggressiveness when you're in bind. Kasi ikaw naman talaga usually the setup kasi sobrang perfect Maharangan mo lang yung magsiset up lang yung kanilang beamstone sa may elbow plus sa hole. Haharangan lang niya yung mga nag-hide there. They will just be committing. If not, ano lang siya sa open spaces ng A-site and they can actually get inside. And that's what you have when you have a brimstone usually. At ang tagal pa bago mag-fade nung smoke na yan. So they definitely can buy a lot of time. But the thing here is also, it seems like it's not connecting at all for Thomas Haribons. They just need to glue themselves together. More intact lang din talaga. Pero knowing that Bind kasi they're more of an attacker-sided map right now since the meta has already been changing. Kita mo naman when you trust Blade to get that entry, kahit ma-pick off siya, it just did create space for Burns and Burrito. And that's what we're seeing right now.
And they're continuing on this path because it's really Haribon's trying to crack this code, pero sobrang nahihirapan sila here because of the way that the Apex Samurais have been synchronizing all together. And right now, early picks have been taken off here just on the outside of Garden as well as Hookah. So that is going to be 2 members down for our defenders. Budale with grabe naman. Sana all may budget pang Z-skin, pero sige, ipon muna tayo, Ray. Right now, it is however going to be Dazai going through that Molly, which low health na din siya here. Maybe 1 or 2 hits to the body will catch them off guard. It is going to be 3v2. Right now, Lucid going for that guiding light. Tama-tama lang. Going for that 180-degree kill. One from the front, one to the back. And that is another round for Apex Tamaraw.
Mhm. Kitang-kita mo naman, it's all them dominating. Actually, uy, cute penguin. Pero pag tinignan mo naman yung aim duel pa lang din talaga eh. Sobrang palong-palo ng mga miyembro ng Apex Tamaraw. It seems like they're really different as what we're usually seeing them, as what we're usually if you're thinking about Apex Tamaros, kapag nakikipaglaban sila, you don't usually see how on fire they are. But right now, going up against a Tomos sa Ribbons that has been a growing team also, they're really quite different right now. Kaso nga lang, they easily get trapped around the stars of Astra. If nakakaalis sila sa mga saki-saki, sa mga utilities ni Astra, siguro it might be a possible one. But oh, what? Lucid all over right now, getting the 3K, denying pa nga potential win na naman ng Atoma sa Ribbons. At si Vipora na lang ang natitira. In just a glimpse, in just a blink of an eye, 9-1 na nga in favor of Apex Tamaraw still.
Wow, and I mean, that Haven game earlier, it was somehow a bit of a close matchup, but here in Vine, you see Apex Tamaraw really stretching out their lead, and I really love the way that they move together. And skill-wise, they've been getting a lot of their kills because of the way they've been maneuvering their weapons and how they approach each of these sites. And maganda yung calls na Ray eh. Alam nila kung kailan mag-rotate, alam na kung kailan mag-push, kung saan ba sila pupunta when it comes to the post-plan situations. And of course, it's those small things that give you the impactful plays to win the game.
You're actually right with that. Those impact plays are very important. Kita mo yung the individuality and that's actually you're looking forward also when it comes to this players, di ba? Kapag kahit ba mahirap pero you have that individual skill, kaya mong mag-step up. Not only for you but you're also boosting the morale of the team, and right now it seems like Apex Tamaraw is just all over right now. I could have seen the potential for a Thomas, but actually they just cannot keep up with those with how aggressive Apex Tamaraw is. Siguro if they went with the just preventing Lucid from being on crack right now, di ba? Sobrang aggressive niya ngayon. He's really cracked. Kaya mo 17-6. Plus, kita mo naman si Verns and Burrito. Kahit nagsistruggle si Blade, but the fact that he creates spaces for his teammates, yun talagang meron sa kanila. We've also witnessed that earlier. But for Thomas Ribbons, hindi lang nila maputa na stop eh. Plus, wala din silang trades. So medyo, this is really drastic for them. Very draining for them to come up with a strategy. Pero let's see, with those aggressiveness, will he be able to finish out one? Fortunately, wala pa rin.
I really have to agree with you, especially on the individual skills. And sobrang plus siya if you just work in harmony with the rest of your teammates. It's like one big orchestra eh, every time you go approach a game. Kaya yung mga nag-rank dyan, if your teammates are falling down, it's also part of your responsibility to make sure that they're doing the right things. And syempre, kung nagmamasarili sila, then, just gotta stick it to them that it's a team game. Now we do see Apex Tamaraw, they are using that to their advantage. And ayan, kitang-kita nyo nga, ang ganda ng rotation nila. They have a free A site, Burrito thinking of popping down that lockdown, waiting for any signs of an opponent. And that's good play right there, waiting for information, not using the lockdown ASAP. And ayun, narinig na nga niya yung bullet shots from spawn site, and they will be popping it out. Orbital strike as well, very good combination here. But it is going to be the lockdown destroyed for our defenders after the orbital strike. Super critical play, and grabe, all of the members trapped in the lockdown. Hindi ata nila napansin, Ray, na nasira na yung lockdown nila.
Nagulat na lang sila ata doon, Yusuke, pero nga lang nanaksak! Nanaksak ngayon! Ang sakit-sakit nga, no? Pero now that we're switching sides, pahinga lang daw ng onte. They're down with 2 left. before they can finally seize the day and to make this with the clean 2-0. Para nga lang sa mga nanonood dyan guys wala po tayong next match dahil nga po kailangan pahinga, may mga studies rather. May mga studies po, may mga busy sa school. So, we give away for them actually. Hopefully, we'll be giving you the results once their matches are finished. But we respect that at the same time, syempre, dito sa AcadArena, this is just, ano lang to, sideline lang to sa mga estudyante, pero you still need to prioritize your studies. Di ba, Yusuke? Yes, Yusuke. Idol ko
Ah,
yan.
uh, oh,
Studies yan plus caster. So, ang daming commitments but still, talaga nababalance out niya yung kanyang ACADS. But looking at this, syempre, sa mga nandyan that are really curious as to, paano ba kami pwedeng makasali dito? Well, you can join us here if you visit acadarena.com/alliance and you'll be able to get those perks, exclusive tournaments, mentorship, event support, and the Globe Esports Merit Scholarship. So, visit us at acadarena.com and malay nyo, makakasali na rin kayo at na matatalo nyo yung mga known teams dito sa UAC Valorant Season 3.
tamang-tama ka dyan, Ray. You never really will know unless you try. So take the risk, go for it. And you miss all the shots you don't take. Literally. Anyways, right now it is going to be a bit of a reset for our two teams. Haribons know just how tenacious Tamaraws are. It is going to be Burrito and Blade here. Onto bats, that's an alarm bot down. And grabe yung pagka-peek nila after the alarm bot was shot. Really good play to take out 2 attackers already. Spike hasn't been spotted just yet, so wala pang info yung Tamaraws on that. But they may soon know some of that. If Dazai goes here into short, Vipora will get Blade, Verns will get Vipora. It is gonna be Dazai for the refrag, and it is gonna be 2 attackers left, pero medyo low in help dito si Blaze. And as I say that, Burrito will be catching them off guard with the flank again. Dazai will catch Burrito though, and it's gonna be Igor still trying to get inside of the site. Pero malupitang rotate lang sabi niya. Nandun na siya sa hookah. Tamang-tama ang timing. Grabe! Is he going for a knife? No! Grabe, hindi niya napansin. Timing yun eh. Palabas na si Igor. Grabe. Valorant,
Grabe naman.
sometimes malas.
Grabe naman talaga yung nangyari doon. Kita mo, nandun na okay na sana kaso di niya napansin. Always check corners, guys. The usual mistakes. Shoutout nga pala kay Rexler dyan. Graduate na ako, Rexler. Graduate na tayo ko naman. Niloko ako Pero ayoko na sabihin kung anong year. Mapagkakamala naman ilang taon na tayo. Bata ko, 19.
Tama, forever young.
Nung unang umibig.
Tama naman. Grabe, manifest. 19.
Manifest,
Okay lang yan.
Oo, 19 sa pag-iisip and the chat.
Tama. If you feel it, you live it. Pero, Igor for the airy spray. Pero si Wayu, ginawa ng dalawang kills here. It is gonna be Burrito as well. And yun na nga to close out the round. 3K for Burrito. So, congratulations, Apex Tamaraws. 2-0 on yung record. And wow. That was a blowout. Honestly, not much to say about that, but it was a pretty good game for the side of Apex. There, yung game one, they were a little bit back and forth, but I think this one just really showed the prowess and skill set sa side ng Apex Tamaraws. Kasi, I mean, we are going to our partitions of the brackets where palapit na tayo sa finals. So, really just narrowing down a lot of the teams that really have their skills as in katapat ng yung skill sets nila.
And although you have that potential, di ba medyo nagulat nga tayo that they have an Astra, but we're really seeing na it all works on the comfort picks also of Apex Tamaraws. This is their default pickings, di ba? And it never failed na when you're more comfortable with your agent, even if there are sometimes ups and downs, kung ano man yung mas pabor talaga when it comes to this map, Apex Tamaraws really denied that and tells us so much that when you're comfortable with your pick, is already a big advantage that you have against Haribots. At tandaan natin na Haribots is actually one of the teams that is so hard to beat in bind, but because of how aggressive Apex Tamaraos is, they denied that. And first half pa lang, it's already big. They tapos nanalo pa sila ng pistol round and that's it. They already concluded this one even if medyo dikit ang nangyari nga sa Haven map.
Nga, ang ganda din ng pagkagamit nila ng utils. And, we did see an ASA, pero wala akong naramdam na Astral Divide, unfortunately, for the side of Harabon. So, would have loved to seen those plays, pero they really didn't have that much picks kasi the side of Apex Tamraws, they really got their kills early on the rounds eh. As in, kakastart lang ng round, nakakuha na sila ng at least 2. And that's a big factor, especially kung attackers kayo. It's less stress for you to go into the site and handle your post plant. And I think that's a big factor as to why they won the game in Bind, because they had a lot of early kills. And syempre, as defenders, mahirapan talaga kayo kung tatlo lang kayo mag-retake tas 5 yung kalaban.
I really do agree with their statements, Yusuke. And it's really Apex Tamaraos talaga na nagkaroon ng mas form actually. Seems like there were some times talaga na nandun na yung potential ng PLM but unfortunately hindi. Nakita mo na mas glued together itong Apex Tamaraos. Teamwork pa lang, those calls are really important and they were able to manifest it. But still, GG's nga sa mga teams natin right now and we're only gonna be casting one series for today. Yan ito ngayon, PLM against FEU Tamaraos and as what we've seen there, it's really a great day for them to just manifest everything 2-0 nga. We're all thinking that maybe magkaka-icebox, but unfortunately, hindi na nga nila pinayagan doon. But as we come down to, as we say goodbye to you guys, don't forget that we still have prizes not only to our players but also you guys who are currently watching right now can get a chance to participate in AcadArena's major tournaments, win bragging rights and exciting prizes from our partner brands. So make sure to visit app.acadarena.com, go through the registration process and you're good to go. And malay nyo, marami pang teams ang madadagdag here in UAC Season 3. So right now guys, thank you so much for staying with us. And Yusuke, any final thoughts?
For me, just want to say GGWP sa ating dalawang teams. Unfortunately, we did not see our second pair for today, but hopefully we will see them again soon. And before we do close, just want to say thank you again to our sponsors. UAC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom, our official telco sponsor. ASUS Republic of Gamers, our official gaming PC and laptop partner. Logitech G, our official gaming gear partner. Riot Games, our publishing partner. And of course, Twitch Student, our platform partner. So that is going to be it for today's installments of the University Alliance Cup Season 3 Division P. I'm Yusuke, signing off on behalf of our production team, Luxa and Frozen Sonar. I'm joined by Ray Ray here, my co-caster, Ryujin as well. See you guys in the next one.
Manong Fishball ang tawag sa kanya. Everyday siya kung dumating. Kaya parang institusyon na siya dito sa area namin.